Welcome to News Around Town. The focus of this program is to provide you with an update on projects and initiatives taking place in the city of Fort Wayne that are designed to benefit you. I'm your host, John Perlich. I oversee communications for Mayor Sharon Tucker's office. Fort Wayne has been named a Tree City USA for the 35th time, and to commemorate that special recognition, Mayor Tucker took part in a recent ceremony at Kettler Park as part of Arbor Day.
Good morning, everybody. I am Chad Shaw, Deputy Director of Planning and Landscape for Fort Wayne Parks and Recreation. We're here today to celebrate Arbor Day and the role that trees play in all of our lives. This is an annual event that highlights the values and efforts that Fort Wayne Parks and Recreation promotes every day for all residents. As a result of our community's commitment to caring for and managing its public trees, we can benefit from the beauty and numerous economic, social, and environmental impacts that our tree canopy provides. I'd like to recognize Mayor Sharon Tucker and thank her and other VIPs for supporting Arbor Day by attending this press conference. I also want to thank our Park Board Commissioner, Justin Shirley, for joining us today. Also, elected officials that are present, Councilman Paddock is here. I thank each one of you for being a part of Arbor Day. It is now my pleasure to introduce our Superintendent of Urban Forestry, Derek Veit.
Thank you, Chad. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here to celebrate Arbor Day with us. We all know that trees make our parks and neighborhoods beautiful, but they do so much more than that. Trees are a vital part of a healthy community. They clean our air, cool our streets, reduce stress, and even help us live a longer, healthier lives. Studies show that people who live in areas near trees have lower rates of heart disease, asthma, and anxiety. I'm proud to announce that Fort Wayne has been named a Tree City USA again for the 35th consecutive years. Fort Wayne has also earned the 20th consecutive Growth Award from the National Arbor Day Society for a higher standard of forestry management of the city's 70,000 public trees. Planting a tree today isn't just good for the environment. It's an investment in the health of our families, friends, and future generations. So thank you for joining us to celebrate Arbor today and for helping us grow a healthier, greener, and stronger community.
Thank you, Derek. Our urban forestry team is committed to tree planting and maintenance throughout Fort Wayne. These include trees along our city streets and the trees in all of our parks. I want to thank Derek and recognize the efforts of his team for the work they do to ensure the vitality of this important resource. Could we give the forestry crew a hand? And now for a special presentation, please join me in welcoming the Honorable Mayor Sharon Tucker.
I have to share with you that as I've traveled throughout the community, throughout other locations, cities, and states, no community has the level of green space that we have in Fort Wayne. And so we are very, very proud of our parks, of our park systems, because what we do know is that parks have the ability to bring people together, make memories, and help them enjoy life with their families. And by celebrating our Arbor Day today, we're doing just that. We are taking time to appreciate the natural value that our community has because of our green space, our tree canopy, and just the sheer amenities of enhanced quality of life through our parks. I'm also encouraged that Fort Wayne continues to be recognized as leaders in demonstrating the collective value of protecting the environment and enhancing the quality of life through green space and our tree. I think this is year 35 that we're receiving the award as a leader in our Arbor Day efforts. So let me read the proclamation for today, and I have can I have the hard copy of the proclamation? Because I'm going to present this to you. So after I read it, I'll ask you to come up and we'll present you the proclamation, all right? And it says, whereas Arbor Day has been designated as a special day starting in 1872 and renewed each year as a day to be set aside for planting of trees and for reaffirming Fort Wayne's desire to preserve its green space. And whereas the National Arbor Day Foundation has for the 35th consecutive year honored the city of Fort Wayne by naming our community a Tree City USA, a title which distinguishes Fort Wayne residents for their stewardship and outstanding care for more than 70,000 public trees. And whereas Arbor Day gives residents the opportunity to recognize the importance of our city's natural resources by planting a tree and enjoying their many benefits, as trees reduce erosion, cut heating and cooling costs, clean the air, produce oxygen, and provide habitat for wildlife. And whereas crews from our Fort Wayne Parks and Recreation Department are celebrating Arbor Day by giving away tree seedlings to our community in association with Tree Indiana, and to encourage the healthy growth of our city's tree canopy. Now, therefore, I, Sharon Tucker, the mayor of the city of Fort Wayne, Indiana, do hereby proclaim that April 25th, 2025 should be known as Arbor Day in Fort Wayne, and encouraging all citizens to recognize this day, and it should be duly noted in our records. Let's celebrate that. You want to come as a group? There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And
Thank you, Mayor Tucker. We are grateful for the support from you and all of our city officials. We also want to thank Trees Indiana for their help in preparing today's celebration. Trees Indiana has been a dedicated supporter of the park's efforts for planting trees for many years. One example of such support is a tree seedling giveaway that we'll be holding later this morning, made possible by their generosity. Please welcome Trees Indiana's Executive Director, Carol Cavell, to speak about their partnership with Fort Wayne Parks and Recreation and why they continue to invest in projects like today's tree seedling giveaway.
Thank you. I want to echo what Mayor Tucker said about how lucky we are to live in Fort Wayne with a beautiful park system. You guys do a fantastic job, and I don't think the citizens here realize how fortunate we are. Truly, it is amazing. So Trees Indiana, we connect kids with nature because we've got to keep this party rolling. So our mission is to inspire and educate Indiana's youth to become stewards who plant, protect, and maintain their community trees. So we seek to engage youth with nature by teaching them how to plant and care for trees in their neighborhood. And we do this in a variety of ways. By connecting with our parks, our neighborhoods, our schools, and providing specific experiences in urban forestry and recreation, where we utilize a lot of that along with our AEP Outdoor Nature Explorer classroom, which is located at Northwest Allen County Schools, but it's a gift for the community. Growing evidence shows that a disconnect from nature has serious long-term implications for the health and well-being of our children. Trees Indiana was founded in 2006, and we focus solely on urban forestry youth education. Our tenets are very simple. Youth are more likely to become advocates for the environment if the outdoors has demonstrated value for them. Healthy working forests are vital for livable communities. And so those are some of the reasons why Trees Indiana invests in projects that support planting and maintaining trees. Happy Arbor Day.
Thanks, Carol. Excuse me. In another example of a collaborative program, earlier this week, over 2,300 river birch trees were delivered to Fort Wayne third graders. We want to thank the Indiana Department of Natural Resources for providing these trees, the Homestead High School Environmental Club for helping to package the trees, the Fullinger-Fryman Botanical Conservatory and Parks School Children's Flower and Vegetable Association for delivering the trees. We look forward to the addition of these thousands of trees to our urban canopy. Now, to put an exclamation point on the celebration, we have a beautiful northern catalpa tree to add to the landscape here at Kettler Park. I'd like to invite the mayor, park commissioners, and elected officials to join me. Let's plant a tree.
Neighborhoods continue to be a top priority here in Fort Wayne, and recently Mayor Tucker announced that 35 neighborhood associations are going to receive neighborhood improvement grants.
Well, good morning. Thank you so much for being here on this Monday morning, joining us today. My name is Dan Basin. I am the department head for the City of Fort Wayne's Department of Neighborhoods. I want to take just a moment here and acknowledge some of the folks up here on stage with me. Immediately to my right is Mayor Sharon Tucker. And then off to my left is 4th District City Councilman Dr. Scott Myers. I also want to introduce Mary Tunney, from the neighborhood. And a huge thanks to the folks here at Hamlets West for hosting the news conference this morning. With that, I'd also like to just briefly introduce my team here at the Department of Neighborhoods. We've got Michael Taranas, Kevin Cobb. Over to my right, Raina Bradley, Megan Grable, and then our newest addition to the team, Holly Munoz, who is going to be leading the Neighborhood Grant Program. So this is the 8th year of this program. It's one of the most successful grant programs we offer at the city, and I'm super excited to see it continue to grow every single year. This year we have had more applications than we've had in any previous years, but we had to make some really hard decisions and review each application very thoroughly and make sure that we were able to award some neighborhoods that did some innovative and creative projects, such as the one you're going to see today. Neighborhoods that had not previously received a grant were prioritized. Also, those that used an efficient use of funds and a lot of resident engagement also received priorities this year. Awarded projects varied all across the city, including playground equipment upgrades, painted crosswalks, street trees, historic markers, are just a few examples of things you're going to see in 2025 with the Neighborhood Improvement Grant Program. We know that these projects make a huge difference in our community, one neighborhood at a time, and improve the quality of life for all in the city of Fort Wayne. And with that, I would like to I'm first and foremost, I'm grateful for the support of Mayor Sharon Tucker in this program. And with that, I'd like to introduce Mayor Sharon Tucker.
Thank you. You know, it's always been a childhood desire of mine to have my hair blow in the wind like Marilyn. And I'm just glad that I have on pants instead of a skirt. For you all, I'm glad for you. You know, we talk often about the importance of neighborhoods for us. Our neighborhoods are exactly what help make the city of Fort Wayne as strong as it is. It's the backbone of our success, and we know that neighborhoods have their own identity. So to pretend that each neighborhood is one and the same would be a mistake. And that's why I like programs like the Neighborhood Grants, because it gives us an opportunity to identify what each individual neighborhood needs so that we can help meet those needs. And it's imperative that neighborhoods have the opportunity to try new things, add a special sense of place with each project as it speaks to the uniqueness of each neighborhood. And because of that, I am extremely excited to be able to support the investment of the finances and the funds that we have to give to each one of these projects. When I found out about the project that you all were looking to do, I was like, that's perfect. It's a great plan, and that's what we want to see. We want to be able to support things that would not normally be done, not maintenance that we're responsible for taking care of, but projects that you see as important as your neighborhood grows, as you come home and identify the needs in your community. So we are absolutely honored to be able to recognize you today as we kick off the grants that we have to give to each neighborhood, the Neighborhood Improvement Grants for the official name. And congratulations on not only your work that you're going to do with your pond, I think it's awesome, but being able to bring your neighborhoods together and invest into them as a collaborative group. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Tucker. Well, when you drove into the Neighborhood Association today, you saw this beautiful feature right in front of you as you pulled in, and that's what we're here to talk about today is continued improvements to this space. And with that, I would like to introduce Neighborhood Representative Mary Tunney.
Thank you, Dan. First, good morning and welcome to the Hamlets. We really appreciate you all showing up. I'd like to introduce our pond project team from our neighborhood, and it's composed of David Harris, if you would raise your hand, Sam Schwartz, and Beth Ricketts, and myself. Each of these people have skill sets that they've shared that help move this project forward, from setting a vision to sharing history of the Little River Valley, to sharing knowledge of native plants or project administration. The pond team engaged residents from the hamlets and state and local organizations to create a plan to stabilize our pond shoreline by installing native plants and 2 rock outcroppings for people to stand on and enjoy the pond. The 2 rock outcroppings are being funded in the 2025 neighborhood grant and will allow our residents to safely access the pond. And they can do feeding of fish or fishing, any kind of recreational activity safely. The native plants that will surround most of the pond will provide pollinator and berry food to wildlife, and while their deep roots are stabilizing the shoreline. So the pond project will also provide another walking destination for our residents to enjoy. And it's a location for recreation, education with friends and family. We want to thank the Indiana Department of Natural Resources. Jessica Merkling is here today. Raise your hand, Jessica. The Environmental Resources Center at Purdue University. Dr. Bruce Kingsbury recently had some surgery, so he's not here today. And the Indiana Native Plant Society, which we've got probably 4 or 5 members of that society here today. These organizations, along with, and I also wanted to mention the Little River Wetland Project, which is, because of our proximity to Eagle Marsh, has been very good in supporting us in all these activities. Anyhow, these organizations are teaching us how to create a wildlife habitat for the birds and wildlife. We want to thank our residents of the hamlets, both east and west, for all their time and talent that they've donated to neighborhood projects. Your engagement and friendship is so much appreciated and makes this place a great place to live. And finally, a big thank you to the City of Fort Wayne for awarding us one of the 2025 neighborhood grants. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We really want you to come back when it's completed and enjoy the pond. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
With neighborhoods continuing to be a top focus, City Utilities is going to invest close to $100 million in neighborhood projects here in 2025.
So good morning. Thank you for joining us here in the Sunny Meadows neighborhood. Today we move forward with nearly $100 million worth of infrastructure improvements for the utility. These improvements are about delivering clean water to our neighborhoods. It's about managing stormwater, and it's about upgrading our sewer system. It supports and protects the neighborhoods that we're in and the community. Mayor Sharon Tucker has been a champion of investing in infrastructure to keep our neighborhoods strong, and she joins us now.
Thank you. Well, good morning, good morning. I'm so honored to have everybody here that's with us as we stand in the Sunny Meadows addition, looking to do some drain work. I had the opportunity to talk to some of the neighbors, and they shared with me some of the concerns that they've had for several years with water that has backed up, particularly on this street right here. And so we are very excited to be able to make the investments that we are making this year into our infrastructure, into neighborhoods, which continue to be a focus for all of our divisions, but specifically the city utilities, and just enhancing the quality of life and enhancing neighborhoods for the residents of the city of Fort Wayne. It demonstrates our commitment that we have to making sure that we're providing excellent service to the public, and making sure that we're honoring our infrastructure and basically the work that we're asked to do, right? Taxpayers depend on government to make sure that we are hearing their cry and improving the quality of life for them day to day. So City Utilities continues to look for innovative ways and best practices when it comes to water, sewer, and stormwater improvements throughout the community in every project that they do. And they are also intentional in making sure that they are protecting the environment, while also positioning Fort Wayne to be a great city where families can enjoy life and have the quality of life that we have come so popular for knowing, and that's making sure that we're family friendly and fun. So we're excited to be able to hear the cry of the neighborhood and answer those cries through the projects that we are kicking off today. Thank you, Frank.
Thank you, Mayor Tucker, for your leadership and vision on these projects. We really appreciate that. This year we are planning to do about 9 miles of new water main throughout neighborhoods in our community, as well as 9 miles of redoing our sewer system and some of the sewer pipes by lining them and extending their life. We're also improving drainage and stormwater in many neighborhoods, just like this one. The Sunny Meadows neighborhood is it's in the northeast part of our community. It's in the Northeast Area Partnership. And that is an area that is comprised of all the neighborhoods that are on the northeast part of the community in the quadrant. Kyle Romich is a longtime neighborhood leader, and he happens to be the chair of that Northeast Partnership. He joins us now to share more about the importance of these projects in our neighborhoods.
Thank you, Frank. Good morning, everybody. I've got a small frog in my voice this morning, so bear with me. I'm really glad to see these projects moving forward in 2025. Through my involvement in the neighborhoods, we hear about sidewalks, roads, and stormwater sewer. And so the improvements, I believe, coming to Sunny Meadow are going to make a big difference to the neighborhood. It's going to increase property values. The upgrades here, the stormwater upgrades, are designed to improve the drainage and reduce standing water, ultimately improving the neighborhood and increasing their property values. We can't continue to patch things up forever. We've got to make improvements. You know, this is that orange cone season, and you always hear people complaining about everything going on, all the cones, all the this and that, but I tell you, there's a lot of communities that are very envious. They wish they had the problems that we have with all the improvements going on, the money being spent by our leaders. So I would just like to say thank you to Mayor Tucker, thank you to City Council, thank you to Frank and his team.
Thank you, Kyle. So Kyle also serves on our citizen-driven utility advisory group, and we do have a few of those members I'd like to point out. These are residents who serve for their neighborhoods, and they also have served on our utility advisory group. We have Rod Vargo here. He is the chair. We also have Cody Tennell and Beulah Metzek, who are here. These neighborhood leaders give a lot of time, and we really appreciate their help throughout the year as they advise us on projects. They actually went out to several neighborhoods last summer with us and looked at the neighborhoods, looked at the stormwater issues, looked at areas where we were having a lot of water main breaks. Their work is very valuable for all neighborhoods in the community, so we really appreciate their efforts. Improving infrastructure does take a strong community, and it also takes a commitment from the city utilities team that they look at long-term planning as well as cost-effective solutions that will help neighborhoods. City Utilities Director Kumar Menon has played a key role in our efforts to make our system stronger and to support the community, and he joins us now to share more. Kumar?
Thanks, folks. What a great day to be out. Love this weather. While I'm thrilled to be working with City Utilities, the only other job I'd like to have right now is to be an owner of an orange cone company. It's a quick story. Historically speaking, what is underground has always been forgotten, has been ignored, and we fell prey to the exact same problem that every other community in the country went through. from the 1940s through the 1990s and early 2000s, we barely did anything but repair, patch, fix, but not replace, not upgrade any of our underground infrastructure. So in 2001, we started to have a plan for water main replacement for the first time, and that helped quite a bit. But it still was more patching rather than upgrades. And in 2013 is when we decided enough of that. So we talked to the community, we talked to leadership, we talked to council, and we came up with a plan to replace our infrastructure at a faster rate. To that end, we've had a lot of success. We've replaced about 115 miles of pipe in the water side over the last 15 years or so. While that may seem like a lot, it still isn't. It's literally a drop in the bucket. We have almost 1,300 to 1,500 miles of pipe, and there's about 300 miles of pipe that are still in bad shape that we still have to fix. So our work is not done, won't be done for years. But it doesn't mean that we're not going to continue working on it. Water isn't the only thing we work on, right? We work on stormwater, we work on wastewater. On the stormwater side, that's why projects like this in Sunny Meadows is going to be so important for us. The number one complaint we get from our community and from council is stormwater related. It's drainage, it's flooding, it's street flooding, every kind of storm related issue that we can hear of, we have heard of. And we've spent a lot of time trying to fix them. So Sunny Meadows is going to be the next part of our journey, along with several hundred other smaller projects too. The third component that we work on is wastewater. And perfect story, a few weeks ago we had some significant rains, and we were able to use our Deep Rock Tunnel for the very first time, and it was a resounding success. As a result of our planning and working on it for about 18 years, we now have the ability, this last rain, to have captured almost 300 million gallons that would have otherwise gone untreated into our rivers. Think of that. Riverfront development can't happen when we have dirty rivers. So we are contributing to a cleaner rivers, not just in our community, but downstream of us as well. Those are things that we should be proud of, because it's not just environmentally a good idea, it's economic development at its best. I'd like to say that what we do is smart investment. It isn't, we're not quick people. I can tell you that. If you come to us with a problem, there's not going to be an immediate fix, but the fix that we provide will last for years. The pipes that we put in the ground are designed to last between 75 and 100 years. That will outlast our generation and the next generation, and that's the kind of work that we do. So that kind of work takes planning, it takes a lot of money, but it takes a lot of dedicated people to work on it. And I have a great team that I'm proud to work with that do this every single day. Without them, we wouldn't be anywhere close to where we are. We're one of the most awarded utilities in the state of Indiana, and there's a reason for that. It is because of the team of people that we have, but it's also because of community support, like the Utility Advisory Group, the community that came around us, our council, our leadership, Mayor Tucker. Thank you for all the work that we've done together. We're making steps in the right direction, 1 mile, 1 pipe, 1 moment in time, every single day. Thank you for your support of the community, and thank you for all your neighborhood organizations do for all of us. We appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank you, Kumar. We all want safe and reliable neighborhoods that will stand up and do what we need them to do when it does rain, when there's a water main break, or to prevent those water main breaks. And so that's why these projects are so important, and investing them are something that we're very committed to in the future.